Hey, welcome back to ACTC Hobby Shop. Another video in the continuing Pokemon Professor series for you today, and it's the third set of the Pokemon TCG Sword and Shield era, which is Darkness Ablaze. The set was released in August of 2020, and similar to the last two sets that kind of have a focus on one of the prominent Pokemon or a couple of the prominent Pokemon of the games. The first set, such as Zacian and Zamazenta, the second set being the Galarian starters. This one has a higher focus on Eternatus, a powerful late-game legendary Pokemon that is wrapped up in the story and such like that. Similar to our first two sets, we're going to be taking a look at what are the notable Pokemon that appeared in this set and checking out their rank score based on their popularity poll results, the cards they appeared in, and then assigning a point value to them, adding them all up, and seeing where Darkness Ablaze falls relative to the other two. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it, and we'll go ahead and start with Eternatus himself. So Eternatus, pretty notable Pokemon in the Sword and Shield games. As I said before, plays a pretty major role in the story. However, when it comes to what we're taking a look at here, Eternatus actually is not all that popular. As you can see, rank score of 14, so just a little bit above the middle of the pack as far as it goes. Again, the highest score being 25 and the lowest being 2 if you're on the list, and for any Pokemon who doesn't appear on the list, it's 1. But with a rank score of 14, pretty well, the middle of the pack, so not overly popular like some of the ones we've seen before. Either way, Eternatus appeared in 3 different card types in this set. Had the regular V, the VMAX, as well as a rainbow. So no full art for Eternatus, which is a little bit strange because a lot of times these featured Pokemon appear in as many card types as they can within a set, but for whatever reason, Eternatus did not get a full art in this one. Similar to the previous two sets, we've talked about this a couple times before, Darkness Ablaze does not have alternate arts. That wouldn't come back for a couple more sets yet, so there are only 4 possible card types that a Pokemon could appear in, and Eternatus got 3 of them. So taking it all into account, he contributes a final score of 98 points towards the total. Not that high, relatively. We've already seen Pokemon in our previous reviews thus far with in excess of 200 points or whatnot. So only appearing in 3 card types, as well as a fairly middle of the road rank score, Eternatus doesn't contribute a whole great deal. Now the next one that was fairly prominent, and really want to kind of highlight this Pokemon just sort of as a point of comparison to Eternatus, and that's Centiskorch. So Centiskorch appeared in all 4 card types, the regular V, VMAX, Full Art, and Rainbow. But if you take a look at the rank score, only a rank score of 10, so definitely in the lower part. But if you see here, because he appeared in all 4 card types compared to Eternatus' 3, actually ends up contributing 100 points, 2 more than Eternatus, despite being 4 rank points lower. Those 4 card types, as compared to only the 3 there, actually ends up making a difference. He ends up contributing more points. So when we were going through the data and kind of looking at the Pokemon and giving them their rankings and all that kind of stuff, this was something that stood out to me as quite interesting. So Centiskorch by itself, not a terribly exciting Pokemon or anything like that, but it's an interesting point of comparison that yes, the rank score based on how popular Pokemon is important, but it almost isn't more important than the sheer number of cards that Pokemon appears into. So just an interesting little kind of note there. Anyway, there's 2 more Pokemon that were pretty prominent here in Darkness Ablaze, and to be honest, this is where the real points kind of come from for this set. And unlike our previous set, Rebel Clash, where all of the notable Pokemon were brand new Generation 8 Pokemon, not the case in this one. We have Scizor, which is of course Generation 2 Johto, and Salamence, Generation 3 Hoenn Pokemon. So let's just dive quickly into what they kind of bring to the table. Starting with Scizor, Rank score of 22, pretty high, quite on the high end of things, and the highest ranked Pokemon in this given set. So he takes the crown for Darkness Ablaze in terms of the single highest ranked Pokemon. Scizor appearing in all 4 of the card types he possibly could: regular V, VMAX, Full Art, and Rainbow, and ends up in total contributing 220 points. So just going back and comparing 220 points to Aeternatus's 98, quite a big difference. You know, you see 8 ranks different score, as well as that 1 extra card type that Aeternatus didn't have. Taking a look then at Salamence, rank score of 19, so a little bit below Scizor, but still above both Aeternatus and Centiskorch. 19, call that in the upper 3/4 of the ranking. Salamence, once again, all 4 card types: regular V, VMAX, Full Art, Rainbow. Ends up contributing 190 points. Pretty solid effort, again, in comparison to the first 2. That kind of rounds out sort of the really most notable and interesting Pokemon appearing in Darkness Ablaze. So, with all that being said, where does the final score for this set end up? Okay, final score for Darkness Ablaze, 953. This is a definite step back from the previous set. If you recall, Rebel Clash had a score somewhere in the 1100 range. This one doesn't even break 1,000 points. So, for sure, a step back. So, if you were banking on the fact that every set released in chronological order, everyone was going to be better than the one before it, that has been broken already. Yeah, so as far as kind of a brief sort of summary or analysis of the score and where it came from, it mostly comes down to the fact that Darkness Ablaze, as compared to somewhat comparatively to the Sword and Shield base set, but especially compared to Rebel Clash, just did not feature that many Pokemon that were ranked very highly in the popularity poll. They weren't contributing a lot in terms of their rank score, given all the various multipliers or whatever. And so the end result, as you see, is again a total set score 953, less than 1,000 points, definitely a backstep from Rebel Clash. So anyway, I think that one pretty much wraps this up, taking a look at the Darkness Ablaze set. Be sure to stay tuned right here on our channel for this continuing Pokemon Professor series. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think so far of this set, and also just all the ones we've gone through thus far. Of course, check us out over at our website, actchobbyshop.com. We've also got our TCGPlayer storefront, as well as our eBay storefront. And yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. We will see you guys in the next one.